I'm not really one for like super like formal intros, so like drinking is a thing people do on interviews, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, are we going out the
Cheers.
bottle? Fuck, all right.
Yeah, I'm taking a pull. Ugh, gross.
This shit's good. All right. Well, I guess I should probably say your name so I don't just put in the clip and forget to introduce you. Welcome, Clover. Clover and out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Canoe. Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I'm kind of just looking at Siege and talking about like things in the community and like trying to highlight like changes that have happened over like maybe like the period that we've both been playing. I've been playing since 2018. How long have you been playing?
So I've actually been playing. I got a year on you. So I've been
Oh,
playing since 2017.
sick.
I played on a gaming laptop.
Oh man.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was tough, but I did it.
Yeah, yeah. I had one of those too and it I had like an Asus one and the GPU like had heat death.
Oh
Like
no.
fried the whole motherboard cuz you can't just replace the GPU.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. But I know for sure. I back that long ago, I was like I started playing in like custom matches. Then I went to bots. It was must have been like 6 months before I actually played against real players.
Mhm.
What kind of like changes in community and like activity have you seen in the time that you've played? And I'm sure your experiences will vary from mine.
Well, yeah, I think that's an interesting point about how you play like kind of against bots because they have the newcomers playlist now. So I think that might help then when with people starting out. But generally, I did find that the community is not particularly welcoming to new players. I think that
Right.
now with the newcomers playlist, I think it's a lot better,
Yeah.
giving them a place to actually learn.
Yeah, that's a huge thing because I remember like it was months before I got. I think it was like a whole month before I got my first kill in a
Oh my
game. Yeah,
gosh.
it was bad because this was like the first FPS that I actually like grappled to and was like, oh, I really want to get good at this. But
Right,
yeah,
agreed. Yeah, and I felt that too. It's like and the game is so taxing in the beginning that you really want to be good at the game. So you just keep running in and wanting to play it
right.
Call of Duty or something where you can just W key around, but it's definitely not the case with this game.
Yeah,
So
because that's what it like early on. That's kind of how it seemed to me that things were happening. Is just like you'd see somebody that like appear out of nowhere and then they kill three people and disappear. But
right.
apparently, there's more to it than that. But
Apparently, a lot more to it actually.
yeah, it was like a little while into me playing the game before like I knew anything about like problems with like cheating in the game or like smurfing or anything. So
Mhm.
I didn't really understand or process that. What was there like a certain point where you noticed like more cheating and stuff like that or like or toxic
Well,
experiences maybe?
yeah. There I actually felt that I kind of agree. I like didn't really pay attention or notice it too much initially. I probably just thought I was just that bad that, people were just, you know,
Right,
stomping all
right,
over me that hard. But I feel like it's definitely I can't tell if it's the fact that I'm paying closer attention or if it has gotten worse over time, but
right,
the way I see it is that it's gotten a lot worse, or it's because we're playing in higher skill level. That
right.
when you play in higher skill level, there's more cheaters there that make their way up there just because they're cheating. So
Right. and for me that's not even that much higher, but
Right.
like, or at least it feels that way. But
Yeah, you go from bronze 4 to bronze 1, and then
oh
you're
yeah, I'm like, I'm the
stuck in
shit,
bronze.
dude.
Yeah, exactly. There's a 1 next to the rank, so it
Yeah.
must be good.
Yeah, I don't think, like, the first time I played ranked, I didn't understand how that ranking system worked. So I thought that because I was silver 1, I was about to lose my silver rank. I thought I was, like, doing poorly. I was like, oh shit,
Oh.
oh no. I don't want to lose this, so I stopped playing for the season. I could have gotten gold.
Oh yeah, I was say you're so close to gold.
Yeah.
You should have just
Yeah,
uh,
but I didn't know. Yeah.
got to do your research a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's Siege. Surely I can just go in and I can figure it out. But it's played so much differently.
Right.
Yeah. So obviously there's some differences between you and I. One of those
Some.
one of those chiefly being you're a girl, and I've heard from many people that I've played games with that toxicity towards women is much worse just across the board gaming than it is towards, me who just has shitty aim. You want to like speak towards that a little bit, or like give us an example
Yeah.
or anything?
Yeah, I actually have given this a lot of thought lately, and I do think that Rainbow Six Siege is a very unique game in which it relies very heavily on team play and teams coordinating with one another in order for them to win. And that means that voice comms are really important.
Right.
And that, I think, it really came to light for me the real amount of racism and sexism in the community is because I talked more in the game to
Right.
communicate. And when you're in any other game that, you have text chat, people can't hear if you have a high-pitched voice or a low-pitched voice. So since this game context is so different, it's so much easier to just pick apart someone by just the tone of voice.
Right.
And I found that it is constant, pretty much. It's either you will either have like someone who is awful to you and making terrible, terrible remarks, or they just lose it and they're just like, "Oh my god, it's a girl! Everyone be cool."
Oh
So,
my god.
yeah, it's like, they're both bad. If I'm going to be honest, obviously it's kind of, I don't like hearing the negatives, but I also don't like, the people that just freak out and just want to treat me with like a queen, and I'm just like, I'm just here to game.
Right.
So-
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a really big thing that I've experienced while in the game, and it's made me not even like want to talk in the games and just
Right. One of my friends I've talked to, like, anytime she plays any game where she has to use voice comms, she uses a voice mod that makes her sound. She says she sounds like Alan Rickman when she's playing.
Alan Rickman, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, yeah, well, they know it sounds weird, but they don't know why. So
Right.
they leave me alone about it.
Honestly, it's pretty brilliant, but it's very sad that it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like, it really shouldn't. And I'm hoping that getting more visibility to women in gaming and people, I think, it's still good to, openly communicate in games and get people used to the idea that there are girls in your lobby and you
Yeah.
don't need to freak out over it.
Yeah.
I think those are really good solutions. But, to avoid it altogether, the voice changer is brilliant.
Yeah, yeah. And I hate that it's even a thing. Like, and I wish I knew that it was like isolated to Siege or like any one game. But I mean, even like you go in like VR chat, it's like I don't even like frequent the game, but like you join in. I'll join in with one of my friends from Noobcraft, Azzy, and like she'll just be like talking to me, and like people just kind of like flock over to her. It's like
Wow.
like just act
Yeah,
normal.
no, just be
Like,
normal. we're just people.
We're all just
But-
gamers, dude.
Yeah, we're all
Like-
just gamers. But yeah, it's just so interesting. It's like you end up being a target kind of no matter what game you're in which people can find out that
Hmm.
you're a girl. And it's really interesting too. It's like if I end up, I've also noticed that it, depending on how I end up playing, people may treat me different. Like if I play really well and I make really good call outs and I'm like showing people who's boss in the lobby, I will get really aggressive comments and they will not be very happy with me.
Really, I thought that would like help, but
It, well, I'm hoping in the long term it'll help, but I think
yeah.
they get a little intimidated. So,
Oh, my fragile identity. I need
yeah,
to protect it. Oh my god.
but yeah,
Imagine.
people are more, I think if you're more like, "Oh, I'm here to have fun. I'm just chilling," then people are like more cool with you, but
Hmm.
I'm a very competitive person. I get flamed a lot, but I'm honestly, I think everyone gets flamed in Rainbow Six. I think it's a pretty big community issue at this point too.
Hmm.
It's like if you have a bad game, you're gonna get bullied for it.
Yeah, or I know like especially for me, my stats were a huge thing cuz it's like I have like even like not a bad KD, like almost just like a support KD, like a .06 or something like that. And you know that you see like pros that have that KD because they
Hmm.
play support roles. They're after objective. You know, they're not just running in, killing three people, then dying. But it seems to be like a lot of people. I guess I just assume it's from Call of Duty, where like the only other place I've ever heard people talk about KD is like, oh well, you're under one, so it sucks. Like, come on.
I know. It's like that threshold getting to one. It yeah,
Yeah.
and I've been yeah, it's something, and it's hard not to fall into that trap and I'm guilty of doing that where I have looked at my KD from when I started to now and how much it's improved and that gives me that, that dopamine hit of like gratification
Right.
even I don't know. So and also the fact that people look at it makes it that much more important.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So it seems like this huge thing, but in reality, it could have like negligible effect on actual gameplay. Like, what if you were just a Monty main? You know,
yeah,
you
well,
play
it's
Monty
true.
Clash. Do like you never kill anyone. You're just like a walking drone.
Right, exactly. And I think that it kind of really resonates the importance of even like playing as a team, playing with a team. Because if when you play as a team, you understand then and able to talk to each other about, hey, I'm gonna play Monty and be a support character, and if people aren't playing as a team or communicating, how do you know how to actually approach the game?
Right. Right. Yeah. I feel like there's also like a huge deal like recently. I guess it's been like the last year. I've noticed that there's a lot more people that just won't use comms. Like they won't listen to them. They hear people at all on them, they just mute them right away. Whether they
Right.
give like good call outs or not, they're just like, oh well, I don't want to deal with this. I want to sit here and like watch my YouTube video while I struggle in this game and wonder why I struggle.
Right. And yeah, and that's just, I think that might be the fact that people haven't played a game like Siege where it actually is really important to listen. It's not, again, I keep using Call of Duty as the example, but it's like I can listen to music and play Call of Duty.
Right.
But the second I turn on Siege though, I mute everything
Right, right.
and I'm listening. So
I need to hear their toes, like
well, that's the
constantly.
thing is you can also hear gadgets, you can hear types of guns, so you
Mm,
can identify operators based off of the shots that you hear from
right.
across the map. So
Yeah.
it's actually pretty important.
Yeah.
But
It's huge, for sure.
yeah, it's and I don't know even what would even be a solution for that kind of issue. Like how do we get people to actually work as a team in Siege?
I don't know, cause like
Yeah.
there's. It seems like in every elo I have had experience in, like from rock bottom to like when I play with Tyler, like nearly plat, where like at least like casual plat where like you can see it on R6 tracker, but you can't see it anywhere else in the game.
Right.
Like there's still people that do things that don't make sense and like are just playing to play, I guess, instead of playing to win, which I
Right.
guess is valid, but like it at the end of the day it's a team game and you have to like be there for your team, otherwise you're just letting people down.
Yeah, and I guess it's very different between obviously quick play and then even from quick play to unranked. I still feel like unranked should still be a practice for ranked.
Right.
So I feel like in unranked and ranked is when you really need to do that team play. And quick play you can yeah, it's fine if you really want to not communicate or not play as a team. It's frustrating as more of seasoned players because we know the benefits of playing as a team,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, because literally one call out can change the entire outcome of the game. Like I've
Oh, for
had
sure.
so many times where like I'll hear it doesn't even necessarily have to be a correct call out. It's just like somebody saying, "Oh, this person over in this direction," and I might hear them in a completely different direction, but at least I know to look for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know to take context clues if you know someone's lurking or if someone's in a general area.
Mm.
But yeah, without the communication, there's really no way. And I've seen really good players obviously work without any help.
Mm.
But we're talking about not to put you in a box canoe, but we're talking about us mid-tier players.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, versus
no,
like
I'm kidding.
actual like pro league players. Like watching them is like they're playing a completely different game. Which
I
is
know.
another
Yeah.
problem I have with the game because like they base changes they make on them, and they don't address spawn peaks or runouts because like those are not legal in pro league. You get kicked out for that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I do hope that they continue because they have done map reworks a lot lately, and I do hope that they continue doing that, addressing more casual player concerns. And I think they did do that on a couple maps where there was some just bull spawn peaks.
Yeah.
They were just so frustrating. It's like, why are they? Why do?
Yeah, it's like
Anyway.
What is that construction spawn on house where you could just run out of a window and see the whole like 5 stack out in there?
Right.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, there's a lot, but yeah, I'm hoping that they continue the reworks, but also they also need to push new content
Right.
and not skins.
Yes. That I've heard that from a lot of people. Like they want like maybe like deathmatch or like something other than just TDM, where it's
Right.
just like team deathmatch plus objective, like stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that because the only way to really practice outside of a game is terrorist hunt, and that's not that doesn't replicate
Yeah.
what's going on or what another player would act like in
Yeah.
a certain situation. So I do think that a death match would be incredibly helpful. I don't know how that. I guess it would mean that you would have a pretty new, like you just go in as like recruit and choose your gun or something, because you wouldn't. It would be
I don't know, or
Bogus
maybe it'd be
have-
attackers only, so you can't have like
Oh.
pre-placed things. Maybe.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think attackers only would be good.
Yeah.
It's just, I just don't understand how some of the operators would work in that situation, or maybe they select a few that would actually be appropriate for that situation, but
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
or it could just be, recruit rush. They could call it that
Yeah.
and make the meme alive.
Yeah. Just feed off what the community already does constantly.
Right.
Recruit LMG or you die.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I have I'm guilty of, team killing because someone didn't go recruit.
I think we all are, honestly.
Right.
Oh man.
So I've taken a break a little bit recently.
Mhm.
But one thing that I had issue with when I was playing it a couple of years ago was, are they doing a lot in terms of regulating behavior and improving the way you report um, players for misconduct, or even just enabling, or just not, or making sure they're not enabling this behavior?
Right. They give like like ban notifications now, so you
Mm,
know if like something you reported gets like results in a ban.
right.
But other than that, they took away. I really liked they had a voice abuse report button for a bit, and that was huge because anytime somebody would just come out swinging with the N word, I just like give them
God.
that real quick and then like move on, mute them, and move on with my stream.
Right.
But they took that away.
Why did they take that away?
I don't know. Maybe they lost too
Because,
many players.
well, that's what I'm saying though, is that's exactly, go to my prior point. That's exactly what I had issue with, is when I would speak and I would get voice abuse back.
Yeah.
So the fact that they had that's fantastic, but I wish they would have kept it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That went away. Um, I always take issue with people with barcode usernames where it's just
Oh,
all
yeah.
like vertical lines.
Yeah, just like L's and
Yeah.
ones and capital I's or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do that so you can't like type it in and like remember how many like vertical bars they had or whatever.
Or yeah, like to actually type a report
Yeah.
on them, you can't actually get the username.
Yeah, like if you have to like report them after the match, but if you're in the match, I don't think I've ever gotten a successful report on a barcode. Like
Really?
that, a lot of cheaters go with barcode usernames, and that's bullshit. And like, I know that content creators use barcode usernames so they don't get griefed in game.
Oh,
Like,
that's interesting.
yeah, while they're like streaming or something,
Yeah.
which is like it's a pretty good like idea because you can't say, "Oh, that's Marley. I better like a team kill him real quick."
Right.
But no, that's always been like a huge issue that I don't think it's gonna go away. Honestly, I think a lot of the community moderation stuff they don't have the ability to like moderate, and like Smurf accounts are like a huge deal, but I don't know that they're doing anything for that either. uh I heard like some story on Reddit about like some user who like contacted Ubisoft support for help like setting up their Smurf account, and the representative on the phone was like, "Oh, you can't have two accounts. That's not a thing." And then the dude just listed off 10 streamers that had Smurf accounts, and they just hung up on him.
Wow.
Like they just don't want to address it. They don't have. Of course, that's from Reddit, so it could just be a lie because Reddit is the lying site.
Yeah, I know, but part of me isn't surprised.
No, me either.
I wouldn't think that that is totally out of left field.
Yeah, for real. But no, I don't know when or if they're gonna get their act together on community stuff. But that seems to be a universal problem with games. I mean, just look at Minecraft and what they do to Twitter.
Oh my gosh. What's been going on there? You need to tell me more about that. I'm not as into the Minecraft.
I then spent the next half hour describing the downfall of man. Alright, well, I think that is all we have on Siege here. On my very small question list, I think we've gotten to it all.
Yeah. You can cut a lot of what we talked about probably, but
Probably. Well, it should be good, though. So, where can the people find you?
Oh, you can find me at twitch.tv/Clover and Out. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at the same handle, Clover and Out. I appreciate you wearing the Virus shirt. I'm a part of a stream team for Virus Co. So, hey, I appreciate you representing that. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, check out Virus Co. on the same platforms as well.
All right. Thank you so much for giving me your time today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.